Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Light it up and we smoke. Keep me high up off the...
So in today's video, I am following the Glam And Gore Speak No Evil makeup tutorial. So let's get right into it.
Hey dudes, what's up? So we're gonna kind of wing this one again, and this is gonna be a creepy mouth cage thing over my mouth. Let's do it. You're gonna want a nice even base to start off with.
So this is from like 2014, which is like 6 years ago. So she uses a makeup brush, but I'm using Beauty Blender because I don't really want to use a foundation brush. So nice even base. Okay, I have a mirror set up literally right here. So if I'm looking like here, that's why.
So cover your lips in concealer or foundation so that it's the same color as your skin. Excuse me bangs. You will need liquid latex and some cotton balls. Roll it out, tear off a small piece, then we'll be able to make a mustache.
Okay, so she doesn't do this, but it's gonna hurt really bad if we take that off and it's not glued. So I'm gonna lay down Elmer's glue. If you don't know what this does, basically it like glues down your hair.
So pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay liquid latex down on our upper lip and then set the cotton on top of that.
I just read this brand new book called Crave. If you haven't read it, it's very good. You should check it out. It's basically like a modern a modern Twilight kind of thing about a girl whose parents die. And so she gets shipped off to go live with her uncle. Her uncle runs a boarding school. And when she gets there, she realizes that the people are different. And the people are actually vampires, werewolves, dragons, and witches and warlocks. It's a really good book, like really good. And she ends up falling in love with a vampire. Yeah, so.
In liquid latex until it's pretty fully saturated, and this is how you're going to be able to mold it. And then you just want to start pulling at the bottom so that you get that really gross, piecey kind of effect. Keep repeating this process until the top lip is covered. Make sure you're blending the edges that are away from your mouth into your skin so that it's got a seamless finish. Sometimes I find that using a palette knife helps better for this than just using the wedge sponge itself. Oh, my mustache is really starting to come together. I would make a sexy old man. The key to this look, like many other SFX looks, is variance and randomization. Then once you start to look like Hulk Hogan, it's time to move on to the bottom lip / chin. So I started to do the same thing underneath. Lay down liquid latex, lay cotton on top, cover it up. But in doing so, I realized that before I cover up my whole mouth in cotton, I might want to paint the inside the color that it's going to be. Right? That makes sense, right?
She says that I should do this first, which I very much agree with. So I'm taking a red cream paint. This is from Nye.
I took red, brown, and black aqua paints, filled in the mouth area, and then pretended like it never happened by going back to the cotton. But just so you guys know, you should put this red base color down before you start putting cotton on top. Otherwise you're gonna screw yourselves like I almost just did. You can also take really thin pieces of cotton and add them in yourself if you find that there's any gaps that you want filled.
Okay, so I'm sorry my words are mumbled. You know what? I'm gonna go to voiceover.
So after taking a step back and looking at it, I decided that it was kind of a puny mouth and I wanted it to be wider. So I put my red down first, and then I built up the sides using the cotton and latex. I also went in with my palette knife and poked around a little to open some of the holes.
So I then went in with color, and because I wasn't happy with the holes that there were, so I went in and kind of accentuated them a little bit, just to make myself happier. If you want to know what songs I'm jamming out to, tune in Friday for my 2020 playlist video. feel like I'm deaf now. Okay, so she used an aqua color, but I don't have a brown aqua color. I have a black, but I guess I'm out of my brown one. So I'm gonna use a brown alcohol activated paint, which, if you don't know what you're doing, please do not use alcohol activated paints right in your mouth, because, well, the alcohol activated and it's 99% alcohol they have to use, and the fumes are a lot as well.
So to paint, I'm starting out with a brown aqua color by Krylon, and I'm going to put that all over the surface of the cotton and latex, but I'm not going to put it on super opaque. The reason we're doing this is to make it darker so that when we put our foundation color on top of everything, it'll blend out much more evenly, rather than it being extremely light where the cotton is. So once we've got our darker base on the cotton and latex, then you can put your foundation color over top and it should blend out very evenly into your skin. Then using a red aqua paint, I'm going to accentuate all of the crevices and natural indentations in the cotton and extend some of the holes both downward and upwards. This is going to make it look a lot more jagged and a lot creepier. Then I'm taking a cool toned brown eyeshadow and I'm going to dust that over the entire thing lightly with a fluffy brush. And what this does is it gives a little bit of extra texture and is another way to make things look more realistic and to blend with your skin.
Scab blood time.
So I thought I was about done here, which is when I started adding scab blood. This part's pretty easy, just get in there. I usually use a palette knife for this, but you can also use Q-tips, or you can use your fingers if you're not feeling too trypophobic at this point. But Lord knows I am.
From midnight, it's my bruise wheel.
But once again, after stepping back and looking at it, I decided that it wasn't done and it needed to be a little bit bruised. I used this dark purple cream paint to do that. I covered the entire area lightly, and I put down the color heavier as I was pulling out away from the gaps.
Ta-da! And there you go. Did I do it? Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.